Okay, I'll just start off with the housekeeping like I do every time, guys. So tonight, there's Terry does a fantastic presentation on a Monday and a Friday evening, and he goes into depth of multi-buy group. So you'll get the company history and things like that on a Monday and a Friday evening. So tonight, Chris covers what holding MB8 coins is going to do for you. So the money, basically. So if there are any questions throughout the presentation, please do type them into the chat box. We don't open up mics. It takes too long, and there's normally a lot of feedback noise. So we don't do that. So what we do is we ask you to type the questions into the chat box, and I'll do my best to answer the question. If I don't know the answer, I'll wait until the end and I will ask Chris for you. Please keep the questions relevant to MB8. We've got various groups, and those other questions can be asked in those groups and different forums. So if you could just keep the questions relevant, that would be fantastic. We've also got special guests of Michael in Malta will be coming on speaking. We have Mr. Paul Burnett, the business director, and he's also is the one of the top leaders in the company. And also we've got Terry coming on as well with his words of wisdom. So let's get into it, guys. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us on this Wednesday evening. We really appreciate your time and commitment. I first came across this gentleman, it was 3 years ago now, and the trust that I had in him was absolutely instant. He's been in sales for the last 15 years. He's built huge sales forces. He's taken companies from practically zero to 18 million in a very short space of time. He's been on the online business for the last 8 years, and he's absolutely stormed that, the industry. He's an absolute delight to know, and it's a privilege to call him my friend. And he's also a fantastic mentor. It doesn't matter what time of the day or night you can get hold of him, and he's always willing to help in any way he can. He's a fantastic mentor. So that said and done, without any further delay, here he is, the one and only Mr. Christopher Mann.
Thank you, Mel. Cheers for your introduction. As I say every week, she always oversells me a little bit, but I'll take it anyway. So thank you very much. I always appreciate Mel coming on here. She's the backbone of these presentations. She's always making sure we're on track and we know what they're doing. I know that comes from Terry as well. She promotes them all over the Facebook and the social media and the Telegram rooms, and does loads of work behind the background that you wouldn't believe. So I really do thank Mel for what she does in the business and for the business, and certainly for keeping me on track for these webinars. So welcome along, guys. I really appreciate the time you've taken out of your busy schedules tonight to come on and take a look. Like Mel says, we're not going to be really focusing on the business tonight. We're really going to be focusing on the benefits and what's in it for you, but I will touch briefly on what's going on within the industry. So welcome along. The company that you're looking at tonight is Multi-Buy. We are already an established, trusted and successful business from Italy, but we're ready to take the world by storm. Now, before I get going, if the screen will turn for me, there we go. I'll just go through the obligatory risk warning. So the content of this webinar only. The content of this webinar, is general only and should not be interpreted as investment advice. Cryptocurrencies are high risk, may not be suitable for everyone. You can lose some or all of your money, so never risk more than you can afford to lose. Now, the FCA Financial Conduct Authority does not regulate the cryptocurrency market. This means you do not have the protection of the financial regulations. Now, I'd like to come back to that point a little bit later on, so just take note of that one, because we will be touching on that a little bit later. Past performance and forecasts are not reliable indicators of future results, profits, from converting cryptocurrencies back into fiat currencies may be subject to capital gains tax. If you're unsure about anything, then please consult qualified advice. Multibuy and its affiliates do not provide any guarantees in connection with the programs, services, products, or their results. Now, with that out of the way, Multibuy are a successful company. Like I said in the intro there, we have a proven track record. We've actually been in business now for 24 years and counting. So they've been very successful without us so far, but now there is an opportunity that's opening up. The company have actually been in the same ownership for the last 24 years as well. So it's the same family owners. So it's passed on from father to son, the company. And we have offices in Rome, London, Barcelona, Belgium, and Malta. And we're now expanding globally. So one of the things I always say in business is, if you take a look at a company, it's always a good idea to look at who they are currently doing business with. And Multibuy actually have partnerships and relationships with major blue chip companies. So that's very, very good for us as a company and good for our credibility. Now, Multibuy actually specialize in the online world of booking holidays and e-commerce. Now, I'm going to touch briefly on these industries because one of the things I've always said in business is, if you can catch a trend, if you can ride a trend that's happening, business is easy and business will flourish. But if you're in exactly the same marketplace, in exactly the same industry, maybe 10, 15, 20 years later, business can be quite difficult, can't it? Now, if you look at these two sections of the business that we're in, travel. When you look at travel, it's a colossal industry. It grows every year. In 2016 was worth $7.6 trillion. Now that sector is set to continue growing for the next few decades. But when you analyze what's happening to people's habits, more and more of us are now booking our holidays online, aren't we? Instead of maybe at the local travel agents in the high streets. Online sales were actually up 23% in 2016 alone. So when I say trends, if you were thinking of opening up a travel agent business, where would you do that? Would you do that in the high street or would you do that online? I'd suggest it'd be much harder to do the same volume in the high street in today's market as maybe it would have done 5 to 10 years ago. So trends change, and if you're in business, you really do need to move with the times. The same with e-commerce, exactly the same. E-commerce last year alone was worth $1.9 trillion. Most people, more and more, are shopping online now for their products and services. So much more than they were 4 or 5 years ago. So we just trust the internet in a way that we never have before. And that's leading to more online sales. And that trend was up by 15% in 2016. So we are involved in a major trend of a business, online holidays and e-commerce. We actually have our own trademarked virtual currency as well. And this is another hot trend that's going on in the marketplace. When I carry on a little bit longer, you'll see what I mean. But we have 13 years of successful implementation of our trademark virtual currency into our own unique customer reward program. And we've also helped over 2,100 independent companies by implementing their own customer reward program. And this creates brand loyalty when you're getting rewarded. There's lots of different points and sort of schemes out there where if you shop at a certain store, you get rewarded. Well, this is no different, but it rewards you with our virtual currency. And it's a very, very powerful system. It creates brand loyalty, increases business and profit, but we can also increase a company's business via our own ecosystem as well. So this is something that's been going on for 13 years. In fact, I think the company didn't realize it at the time, but we invented the virtual currency before Bitcoin. Now, Multibuy have over 1 million customers that have used their customer reward program since 2005. Like I say, very, very successful so far. They actually have over 210 active members, happy, loyal, returning customers. I think it's something like 218,000 now. Now, plans now are to expand this customer reward program globally. So our virtual currency, called Euro Credit Plus, which is a fuel for our ecosystem, this is now in transition, and this is where opportunity opens up for us. We're actually embracing blockchain technology to move in line with new global transactions and the development of our business with the launch of our own cryptocurrency called MB8 Coin. Now, if you know much about cryptocurrency, you'll know that this is probably the hottest trend in the world, the hottest financial trend in the world, cryptocurrency. So our MB8 coin is going to open up the opportunity for multi-buy. It's going to allow global growth and expansion. It's going to allow the company to expand into many new markets where it doesn't currently have a foothold. It's also going to allow a major enhancement of our platform, and that's going to benefit all participants, new and old. It's going to allow borderless and immediate global transactions. Now, this is very important in a world that, you know, holidays, you can travel anywhere in the world now, can't you? There's not many restrictions on global travel these days. And to have a borderless and immediate global transaction within that industry is very, very powerful. And also within e-commerce, you can get your product shipped from anywhere in the world now. It's also going to allow multi-buy to attract new customers and new retailers to utilize our rewards program. And as we scale our business globally, it's also going to help drive down the costs of the scaling of that business. So it's all very, very interesting. Like I said, cryptocurrency allows multi-buy to do many things as it moves his business forward. But the main point of tonight's presentation, if you want to learn more about that, please come along to Terry's webinar on a Monday and a Friday. He covers the company inside out. So he really does a fantastic presentation, and you can learn all about our company and where it's going and what we have to offer. But really, the main point of tonight's presentation is, what does our initial coin offering mean to you? What does the MB8 coin? How can we benefit from the MB8 coin? So most of the presentation tonight is going to be focused around this, and it's going to be focused about the potential earning power of holding our MB8 coin, because I know I like to play around with all the figures, and I like to go through all the different scenarios, and I suppose dream of what it would mean to me and to my family if our MB8 coin does even a fraction of what we expect it to. Now, there are 4 main ways to benefit from purchasing and holding our MB8 coin. Number 1 is the increased value once we've launched and we can trade and sell on a crypto exchange. Number 2 is staking the coin. Now, there's 2 types of coin out there. There's proof of work, which is mining, and there's proof of stake, which is staking. And we're a proof of stake, and we can actually earn extra MB8 coins at the rate of 10% for the first 6 months and 5% thereafter, for a total of 12 years once a coin's on the market. So this is very, very interesting. Number 3 is the intrinsic value of the MB8 coin that we can spend on the multi-buy circuit. Remember I said the circuit of holidays and shopping. And number 4 is that if we wish, we can actually help spread the word of our opportunity and earn from recommending others to this amazing potential of our coin. So I'm going to go over each point in a little detail. I'm going to share some of the figures and the actual potential of what we have. Now, point number 1, benefit number 1. This is the increased value once our coin has been launched and we can trade and sell the MB8 coin on the crypto exchanges. So I quickly wanted to mention something that's actually happening within the cryptocurrency industry right now. Just touch on a point that I made within our risk warning, which was regulation. Now, the FCA does not regulate the cryptocurrency market. And what that means, it means up until now, the crypto industry has been a free-for-all. There's been many unscrupulous companies and company owners that have been raising millions of pounds, millions of dollars from an ICO, from an initial coin offering, and not delivering on any of their promises or forecasts, and simply some of them running away with the money. So what's happening at the moment is regulation. And when governing bodies and governments regulate an industry, Laws are set and new guidelines are put in place, and it means that investors have protection against these companies that until now have gotten away with this practice. Now, Malta has actually taken a global leading stance and has put into place laws that will actually regulate this industry. And the cryptocurrency market, I believe, is about to go through a major growth spurt with the onset of these laws and allowing institutional investment funds and hedge funds. Money is now going to be flooding into this regulated industry. So this is such a major disruption for the industry, and it's really for the benefit of all investors. And many things are happening. Also, Binance and many of the other top cryptos and exchanges are now setting up shop in Malta. So something's happening. And this is all very good news for the industry, but better still, it's fantastic news for multi-buy and the MB8 coin. We are actually well underway with our negotiations with Malta and with the MFSA to get our coin regulated and approved. In fact, we already have an approval in principle on the table. Now, all that's needed is the relevant paperwork to be completed and given the rubber stamp. So this is very exciting indeed because of what that means for MB8 coin and its potential to increase in value once we've launched onto the exchanges. Now, we've already had meetings and we've had very positive feedback from some of the biggest cryptocurrency exchanges in the world. And they've said that when the MFSA approval comes through, they're going to be knocking on our door to get MB8 on their exchanges because of the credibility that will bring to their exchanges. And the fact that these three legal bills in Malta, they've only just been established and passed, the ink's hardly dry on those. And we already have been given the go-ahead to become one of the first regulated cryptocurrencies in the world. So we're not just ahead of the curve, we're actually leading the pack and well ahead of the massive change in the hottest financial trend in the world. Now, we launched our initial coin offering just last what was it, the 18th of July. So basically we're in phase one now. This is where you can purchase the MB8 coin at just 25 cents until it's sold out, and at that point we're going to move on to phase two, and the MB8 coin will actually rise in cost to purchase. Once we're on the exchange, you can sell some or all of your coins as a rising value. And for the more seasoned members, you can also trade any fluctuations in the coin's value up and down. So sell high, buy low, etc. And this is creating a huge investment to come into this market and people playing with the crypto markets like they do the stock market. So let's have a look at what your MB8 coin could be worth if it rises in value. So if you were to purchase just €2,000 worth of MB8 coin in phase one at 25 cents, you would actually receive 8,000 MB8 tokens. Now, the tokens will be exchanged for MB8 coins on a 1-for-1 ratio once the ICO is completed. And the expected date of this is the 5th of November. So we will launch our coin onto the exchanges, and we're going to launch our coin to the value of €1. From there, the price of the coin can go up as well as down. It's subject to market forces and it's subject to how well the cryptocurrency community accept our coin. But again, we've had nothing but positive feedback from the cryptocurrency community. So it's all looking very, very positive. Now, here are some examples of how much your 8,000 coins could be worth if our coin goes up in value. Now, if our coin was just to just hold its launch value of €1, your €2,000 has turned into 8,000 coins, and your 8,000 coins would be worth €8,000 if you wish to sell once we launch. Now, if you hold on a while, you could be looking at a trade price of €10 per coin, where you'd receive €80,000 back if you decided to sell. So again, it's all about selling at the right time, isn't it? But if you take a take a longer term view. And I know most of us that are in the business and been around for a little while are taking a long term view on this business and what can be produced. The price could certainly rise to £100 or €100, I should say, per coin. Now, at that point, you'd be looking at a very healthy return of €800,000 if you wish to sell your holding. Now, if the price continues to go up, anything over 130 or above, you're looking at millionaire status for your original purchase of €2,000 at this early ICO period. So this is why ICOs are attracting so much attention, because it's certainly the pinnacle of where you can get into a coin. If you're getting an ICO, one that rises in value once it's launched, you can certainly be making lots and lots of money out of that ICO. But again, it's about choosing intelligently. And when you look at what's going on within the industry, it's certainly looking that this coin could really fly once we launch, given what we have with regulation. But if you're in doubt any of this is possible, please do some research on ICOs. If you're to purchase Bitcoin or many of the other top coins at their ICO launch price, you'll be a multi-millionaire today after a few short years. I think if you purchase €1,000 worth of Bitcoin back when it was 25 cents, you'd be worth something like 52 million now. So that's what can happen. Now, benefit number two, if you needed any more benefits, benefit number two is that you can stake your holding of coins. And this is where multi-buy will reward you. So you can accrue an additional 5% per annum through staking your coins. This reward will be paid by issuing additional MB8 coins to your wallet. And also for the first 6 months, the rewards are actually doubled. And this is to encourage early adoption of our coin and to strengthen the network further. The staking rewards will actually run for a full 12 years in total. So again, take a longer term view on what this potential is through staking alone. So what this means for us is we could be earning a substantial residual wage from just cashing in your staking rewards whilst you keep hold of your original asset. So I'll show you how that works. Oh, where's the other slide done? Have I taken a slide out there? Oh, may have done. I'll show you how that works quickly after I explain how the staking works. Now, the staking works. I won't take the 10%. I'll just be talking about the 5% to start with. The 5% staking rewards are actually generated on the entire coins that are issued. So we're actually selling in our ICO period 550 million coins. We expect to sell out before the end of the ICO. At the end of the ICO, whatever's been issued, that is the entire amount of coins issued. No more will be produced. And then the only way you can get your hands on more coins is by staking. So when we look at 5%, 5% of the 550 million, if we sell out, means that 27,500,000 new MB8 coins will be generated. Now, this will get paid out to all the MB8 coin holders that stake their coins. So when we talk about 5%, we really do mean 5% as a minimum, because 5% total, which was a 27,500,000, is going to be paid out to only the people that are staking, but not everyone will hold all of their coins in a staking wallet. And let's, for argument's sake, say only 50% of the people stake their coins. It means that 27,500,000 will be shared out to that 50% of people, dependent on how many coins you actually hold. So you're going to be receiving a lot more than 5% over the course of the year, but that's going to be paid for a full 12 years, and it depends on how many coins you want to stake, etc. So you're paid your share dependent on how many coins you stake. I hope that explains that as simply as I could, but I'm going to give you a couple of examples of what this can mean to you. Now, you could earn an extra 400 coins per year on an 8,000 coin stake. So let's say you paid €2,000 for your coin now, and you received 8,000 coins. You stake all of them coins. Now that's worth an extra 400 coins. If we just hold on to our launch value, that's 400 euros per year you could receive just from staking your coin. So as a percentage of your original purchase value, that's 20% per year you're receiving. And don't forget, this 5% is a minimum. But again, as our coin rises in value, the potential of this staking becomes ever more increased. If we were to hit just 10 euros, you're looking at 4,000 euros return per annum. Now, I think most families in the UK, for sure, would really benefit from an extra £300, £400 hitting their account. That's disposable income that they now have. Most families in the UK always say that there's always too much month at the end of the money. So by doing something like this for quite a minimal amount of money in, you could be generating an extra £300-400 per month, which would really change most people's lifestyles. Now, the average wage in the UK is 27,000. I mean, it's 27,500, somewhere around that. But if we were to hit 67 euros and 50 per coin, then 400 coins per year that you generate are going to replace the average wage in the UK. Now, that's life-changing money right there. So this is the potential of staking. So staking is a major benefit. Now, some people won't hear about our MB8 coins. They're going to be left with an empty wallet. And there's plenty of families in the UK that are left with empty wallets at the end of each month. So it's certainly our duty to go out and share this opportunity with other people. Now, benefit number 3 is that your MB8 coin will actually have intrinsic value. Now, this is where multi-buy will honour our MB8 coin, giving you the guaranteed intrinsic value of an exchange on our multi-buy platform of €1 against holidays and shopping. Remember, I said we're a holiday and shopping site primarily. This is where you can change and exchange your MB8 coin against holidays and shopping within our ecosystem. This means you can't lose. It's never been done before with a cryptocurrency. And put simply, it means you can always use your MB8 coin on a ratio of 1 coin for €1 to go on holiday or to shop with. So this is great. It means your 2,000 euros bought you 8,000 MB8 tokens, which change into coins, which are worth a minimum of 8,000 euros on our platform. So you cannot lose. We're really breaking ground with our MB8 coin. No one's ever offered a guarantee like that, where the coin cannot lose. Benefit number 4, and this is my personal favorite, I must admit, and this is that we can get paid for recommending our fantastic ICO coin offering to other people. Now, we know that word of mouth marketing, it's the most powerful form of marketing in the world. And Multibuy have actually come up with a compensation plan that could make you very, very wealthy even, just from simply recommending our coin in this ICO period to others. Now, Multibuy are actually going to reward you a very generous 12% for anyone you personally recommend, and an additional 4% on any second tier sales. So when we take a look at what that means for our early supporters, if you were to recommend someone and they bought 2,000 euros worth of MB8 coins, you're going to receive a 12% bonus. This is paid to you in MB8 coins. There's also a cash alternative if you wish, but why you'd want to take the cash alternative, I do not know, especially when you see the potential and the figures. I hope you agree. Now, 12% of 2,000 euros is 240 euros. But when you convert that into coins, you're looking at an extra 960 MB8 coins just from that simple recommendation someone decided to buy. Now, the potential earnings for a simple word of mouth recommendation, they're just simply staggering as the price of the coin goes up in value. So a sale which results in an extra 960 coins, even upon launch, if we held that €1 value and you decided to sell them coins there, even upon launch, is worth an extra 960 euros to you. Now, that's an astonishing 48% of the sale value back into your pocket. like Mel said, I've been in sales for much of my career. Very seldom have I seen any more than a 10% compensation on the table for selling anything out there. You know, I've sold quite a few different things, worked for many, many companies out there, you know, but you very seldom see even 10%. It's usually 7% or 8% of the sale value. So to be able to gain back a 48% profit back into your pocket for recommending this amazing opportunity to others is simply staggering. But when you dig a little bit deeper, if our coin goes up in value, then so does your reward for sharing our opportunity. You hold on to them 960 coins a little longer, and when we hit €10, that same €2,000 sale has been worth 9,600. And if we were to hit €100 per coin, that same €2,000 sale, you recommended it to somebody bought €2,000, you received 960 coins. At €100 a coin, you're looking at €96,000 as a commission. So I've got a question for you that I always ask at this point. If I could guarantee that we're going to hit €100 per coin, how many recommendations would you go out there to make? Now, unfortunately, I can't guarantee you that. I wish I could, but I can't guarantee you. But there is some big speculation, given that we are the first regulated cryptocurrency, or one of the first regulated cryptocurrencies to hit the marketplace. And it's what financial hedge funds and massive institutions, financial institutions, are waiting for, is regulation within our market. Now, we've had to cover quite a lot of details. I know the guys from Blockchain Scotland have put all this together. They say that the Maltese government needed to know the colour of their underpants before they allowed them the approval in principle even. But this regulation approval is pending, but when it's on the table, we foresee that we'll sell out very, very quickly. So I would say, if you're involved, go out and shout about this from the rooftops. Now, Multibuy will also pay you on your second tier sales at 4%. Oh, where has that gone? I've done that already. No, must have taken it out of that. Sorry. I'll just go over that quickly because I don't seem to have it in the slides, but that's okay. Multibuy also pay you 4% on your second tier sales. And that simply means if you recommend someone and they share with their friends and family as well, you're going to receive even more MB8 coins. And this will drive MB8 coins and the sales, and this is going to drive sales. It's only available during our ICO phase up until the 5th of November. And then it's off the table. So again, why have I mixed up these slides? I don't know. Throw me a little bit there. Oh, well, it's okay. Again, like I say, this drives the sales, and it's something that we all should be doing because we don't want anyone else to miss out on this amazing opportunity, do you? You know, we can get started for as little as €250. I know I've been talking about a €2,000 sale, but the good news is you don't have to stop at a €2,000 sale. There's plenty of people. Ireland, Malta are absolutely smashing this business, and they're doing sales for 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 euro sales quite regularly. So you can imagine the potential earning from them recommendations, people making them recommendations. But I also see the other side when people say, well, yeah, I'd love to get involved, but I haven't got any money. Now, you can get started for as little as €250 and buy yourself just 1,000 coins. Now, I did a €250 sale today for 1,000 coins. Now, that 1,000 coins has the potential to change that family's life, because if we hit €100 per coin, they've just bought €100,000 of potential for as little as a decent weekend out these days, €250. So the potential's there, and I'd say shout about this as much as you can, because not only are you giving that family the opportunity to change their life just with the potential of the coin, you've also given them the opportunity to go out and recommend this to others. So they can start for as little as 250, and maybe they start recommending it to some of their friends that maybe have more to invest. And then potential MB8 coins that they earn through this phase will certainly pay them. Now, there's an event that I'd just like to mention, which is set to make history, and this is the Delta Summit in Malta. And this is where all the top guys from the industry are getting together, and the Maltese, like I said, the Maltese government are actually regulating the whole industry. So Binance will be, everyone who's anyone within cryptocurrency is there. Now, we've had an invite by the Maltese government, so this is how highly recommended we come, is we're going to be at the Delta Summit. So I suggest that you look into this. If you're serious about cryptocurrency, I suggest you book yourself a flight and you get yourself a ticket for the Delta Summit and learn all about cryptocurrencies. So this is Malta's leading blockchain and digital innovation summit. So you really will learn some great information out there. But the good news is we've had an official invite and we will be there. We'll have a showcase position alongside some of the biggest cryptocurrencies in the world. But the one good thing about this is we are the only cryptocurrency that is in ICO phase at the event. So that should tell you something about how highly regarded our company is and how highly regarded our MB8 coin is, to be the only ICO at this massive history-making event is huge news. So thank you for listening. I believe that multi-buy and our MB8 coin gives you a life-changing opportunity to be part of what's said to be the biggest financial revolution to happen in over 400 years. It's said to be the biggest wealth transfer in the world's history. And I also believe, as we promote our business and our brand globally over the coming years, we're certainly not done yet. Over the coming years, we expect to grow our company exponentially, and think about what that could well do for the value of our coin. Now, the sooner you buy, the more coins you receive. So the cost of the coins will increase soon as phase 1 is sold out. So if you're ready to get started, I always suggest that you get back to whoever shared this presentation with you tonight and tell them to get you signed up as soon as possible, because you don't want to miss out on phase 1. You certainly don't want to miss out on MB8 coins. And I'm sure that we'll be welcoming you very, very soon to the multi-buy family. So that's the end of my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. I really do appreciate everyone that's come on tonight and taken the time out to take a listen. I hope that's educated you a little more on the potential earning power of our coin. Now, at this point, I'd like to invite Michael, I believe, is there somewhere. Has he been promoted, Mel?
No, you need to promote him first.
I need to find him and promote him first. Okay, bear with me. There's Franco. Promote, not allowed to talk. I want to promote him. Don't I promote to post?
Do you want to stop the recording?
Yes, I can. Stop recording. There we go. Okay.